Here we go again. So Disney just last week released a new free-to-play mobile game called Disney Enchanted Tales, and it is essentially Disney Magic Kingdoms. It is the same game. They took Magic Kingdoms, they carbon copied it, they gave it a new overlay, and they put it out there as a game. And originally I wasn't going to make a video about it because I've already done a review of Disney Magic Kingdoms, and everything I've said about that game applies perfectly to this game because they are, again, exactly the same game. However, the few minor differences were not for the better, and so I felt like I needed to put a video together to once again voice my concerns with not only free-to-play mobile games, but the path Disney is taking when it comes to the world of gaming in general, specifically mobile games. So Disney Magic Kingdoms is a city building game. It is essentially a clone of all of these Game Loft or Farmville games where you're essentially not playing anything. I actually hate to use the word game in it at all because I don't believe this is a game. There is no test of skill. There is no opportunity to lose. There is nothing that you're learning through this. There is no real activity. It is essentially a waiting simulator. And that's where the core of the game really gets to me, because at the end of the day, the way it works is you set up these actions that you don't actually do. You just push a button to start them. These actions take varying amounts of time. They could start out low in the 5, 10, 30 second range, but by the time you get into the game a little bit, actions take about 2 hours. And really what the game is a game of patience. It is a game of seeing how long you can hold out before you lose your patience and you feel like you need to go ahead and buy diamonds or whatever the currency is to speed up the game so that you can continue building, so you can continue this never-ending loop of building and waiting and building and waiting. And I hate that. I hate that about games in general, and I really just don't like that that's where Disney's going with this. If you want to learn more about how the game works and why I think the mechanics are a problem, check out my Magic Kingdoms review. It covers that in depth, and again, like I said, these games are the exact same game, so it applies perfectly. The part I wanted to talk about was how they've actually made the game worse by being more shameless about the microtransactions. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against microtransactions as a whole. I realize if you're putting out a free-to-play game, you need to pay the bills somehow. The difference is microtransactions that add to or supplement the game are really great, and microtransactions that take away from the game, like in the instance of Disney's Enchanted Tales, not so great. If this was a game where for free you just get Tangled, and if you want to unlock the other stories you have to pay 99 cents, that'd be fine, because you're paying for content there. Or maybe if they had done cosmetic microtransactions, things that you can buy for the game that change the way the games look, but not how they actually play, that'd be fine as well. Instead, their microtransaction comes in the form of currency, which is used exclusively to skip waiting. It's essentially a game in which you're testing your patience. And you win the game by not spending any money, and you lose the game by losing your patience and spending money on diamonds so that you could skip this waiting period, so that you could build more buildings, so that you can have more activities get done, which involves more waiting, which involves more skipping. And it goes on and on and on. There is no end to it. You might run out of content, but the long-term plan for the game is to continuously add more, so you keep going back to it and you keep getting your patience tested. I think they really stepped up how shameless they are in just trying to chase that microtransaction model with this game. Case in point, I started up the game, I started playing, I had to go check my email, so I closed out of it for a couple of minutes. I came back. At this point, I've had maybe a couple of minutes of experience with this game, and the first thing I'm greeted with is a pop-up telling me that for $9.99 I can get a beginner's package of diamonds and coins, and ooh, it's a limited time offer, so you should jump on this now. I thought it was really tacky and unfortunate, but I wasn't going to buy it because I'm not spending any money on this game, so I closed out of the box. And what happens when I clicked X to close out of the box? Another box popped up right on top of it, asking me if I'm really sure I want to pass up this $9.99 offer. No, Disney, I don't want to pay $10 for this free-to-play game. Please go away. As if that's not bad enough, they work it into the quest system too. Once you reach level 6 and the game starts to expand a little bit, they include a quest called Diamond Celebration. And the only way to actually complete that quest is to spend real money on a diamond package or a coin package. Now, the way the quest system works is they sort of all shuffle around based on how complete they are or how close to completion they get. Yet this Diamond Celebration in all my time playing has stayed right at the top of that list no matter what. It's shameless and it's unfortunate, and I'd say it's borderline immoral considering Disney knows that this game is going to largely be targeted towards kids. And anybody who knows about the gaming industry knows that there's an issue going on, and has been going on for years about, sort of preying on kids and young adults when it comes to games with microtransactions where they might not know what they're really doing. And it does put an age gate at the front of the game to sort of, put a checks and balances in there. But at the end of the day, it's a fundamental design with the game, and so there's nothing that they could really do to get rid of it. Now, to be completely fair about it, I did like the way they executed. I think the design itself is awful, but as far as production quality goes, it was really good. The game looks beautiful, it works well. The UI isn't confusing, it teaches you how to play the game. It isn't poorly put together. Unfortunately, it is poorly designed. And the other upside is it is a free game, and you don't have to spend $1 if you want to play it. So here I am ranting about it. If you really do want to try it for yourself, there's nothing stopping you. There's no cost to entry. It's called Disney Enchanted Tales. You can check it out. I think it pretty much exemplifies everything that's wrong with the mobile gaming space right now, and it really hurts me to see that this is what Disney's putting their efforts into when it comes to some of these really famous and really, really good story IPs and characters, but that's how it works, I guess. I want to thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think of it. These games are popular because people play them, so I'm not going to pretend that everybody hates them. So let me know what you think in the comments below, or you can let me know on Twitter. I'm at RobPlays. I want to thank you all for watching. Whatever you're doing, make the most of it because it makes it that much better. And I'll see you next time for when Disney inevitably carbon copies this game once again and puts out another version of it. Bye, everybody. It is a free-to-play game that sort of sells itself as a way for you to build your very own Disneyland. And I played it for a couple of days, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. Maybe do like a miniature review.